You just have to have a well planned out strategy, well back tested. So let's build a trading strategy from scratch right now. Today, we're going to talk about how to build a unstoppable scalping strategy or trading strategy that will help you build a profitable trading business. Okay, so I've been trading for 16 years. I tried pretty much everything, guys. Trust me, I tried everything. I remember looking at a trading TV show called, I think, Wall Street Warriors, whatever, and some guy was talking about the moons and the stars and, trying to make that a strategy. Honestly, I never tried that before, but everything else, I tried, guys. So I'm here to tell you that when it comes to making an unstoppable strategy, there isn't a holy grail, okay? You just have to have a well planned out strategy, well back tested, and just basically follow the plan. So let's build a trading strategy or scalping strategy from scratch right now. And I'm going to show you guys all the steps that you can actually use and that I'll use every single day when I'm trading. So step one, guys, you have to know what market you want to trade, okay? Now, when it comes to the market, guys, a lot of traders will ask me this question all the time. What is the best market for beginners? There's no such thing as best market for beginners, guys. This is a professional field, okay? So it doesn't matter what market you go to. Guess what? You're dealing with professionals. So honestly, guys, there's no such thing as best market for beginners. It doesn't work like that, okay? The market is the market. Now, once you understand price action, you can use your strategy and trade whatever market you want to trade. So if you want to trade crypto, you can do that. If you want to trade Forex, futures, stocks, it doesn't matter. Options, guys, it doesn't matter. As long as you know price action, which I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you guys, price action strategy. You can take that strategy and use it with any market. So first, you have to understand what market you want to trade. I trade the futures market and I'm trading the NASDAQ, which is an index. And that's like trading one stock, okay? So NASDAQ 100 is 100 different companies buying together, right? And it's like trading one stock. So that's what I'm trading. Now, that's the first step. Second step is you figure out, all right, you want to trade Forex or stocks or futures, whatever the case is. How many markets do you want to trade? Okay, this is very important because you can trade one market and there's nothing wrong with that, or you can trade multiple markets and there's nothing wrong with that either, okay? Maybe I would suggest trying maybe 3 to 4 markets at first. The reason why I'm saying that is because you might look at your market and today might not be a day where it's clear, okay? But those extra markets that you're looking on the side, they might show you a clear picture, okay? So keep that in mind. Don't get too stuck with just one market. I like to trade the NASDAQ a lot, but recently I've been looking at other markets. Like yesterday, I was looking at the NASDAQ, pretty much the different indices, NASDAQ, S&P 500, the Dow, which is US 30, right? And the NASDAQ wasn't really giving me a decent setup. So I went to the Dow, okay? And I took a trade based on that. So a lot of times, looking at different markets can definitely help you, okay? So the third thing you want to do is you want to have a schedule, okay? This is very important because when you build a strategy, you just can't trade a strategy anytime you want. It doesn't work like that, okay? The reason why is because you need volatility, you need volume, you need the market to move. The best time to do that is when your session opens, okay? So I trade the NASDAQ, my session opens at 9:30 a.m. That's when I'm going to set my schedule. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people actually know the time to start, but they don't know the time to stop trading, okay? And I don't blame them because a lot of people online don't even talk about this. They only talk about, when the session opens or the start time, but they never talk about the end time. I'm telling you guys, you have to have a schedule. You have to have a start and the ending time, okay? So the way I trade, I start at 9:30 a.m. and my ending time, okay, where I'm just done for the day, is around 11:50 a.m. or 12 o'clock p.m., okay? Now, it doesn't mean I'm trading all day. It just means that I'm looking for an opportunity around those times. And usually if I find an opportunity, let's say I find an opportunity at 10 o'clock and it's a good trade, I'm done for the day, okay? I don't have to trade all day, all the way to the end of the schedule, but you have to have a schedule because if you decide to trade, right, let's say your session opens at 8 a.m. and you trade at 8 a.m. and next thing you know, you're trading at 11 a.m. and next thing you know, you're trading at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Like, when are you going to stop? Like, you have to have an ending time because you can lose a lot of money. You can lose all the profits that you made in the morning, and all of a sudden, all those profits are gone just because you are over trading it because you don't have an ending time. You have to have an ending time. So, fourth thing, guys, we're going to do is we're going to set a schedule. Now, fifth thing, guys, is we have to have a direction before we trade, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but I see a lot of trading gurus out here. They will say, if you're not trading this way, you're doing it all wrong, or if you're not using volume, or if you're not using level 2, or if you're not using the footprint charts, or if you're not using time and sales on level 2, you're not trading the right way. Guys, listen, I'm here to tell you again, I've been trading the markets for 16 years. I tried everything, guys. I'm here to tell you that the only thing that matters when it comes to trading, okay, is the direction, aka the market structure, and knowing when not to trade, guys. Those are the two things. Forget about everything else, okay? Nothing is the holy grail. These two things are the most important thing you need to know, and you have to build your business around that, okay? Yes, psychology is important, but it doesn't matter if you don't understand the direction on the market, or it doesn't matter if you don't know when not to trade, okay? So these are the most important parts. I'm telling you right now, please do not listen to anybody that's telling you, oh, if you're not doing this, you're not going to be a professional trader, or you're not going to trade the right way. Guys, trust me on this. If you don't know the direction of the market, you're going to lose. And if you don't know when not to trade, you are definitely going to lose. So the fifth thing, guys, we have to understand the direction of the market, and that ties into also knowing not to trade. So we have to find out what is direction. For the most part, you want to focus on, trading with the trend, okay? And then also you can study reversals too. We're going to talk about that later on. Now, the sixth thing you need to know is levels. So we're going to go to the chart later on. I'm going to put everything together. I'm going to show you guys a trade example that I took this week. The next thing, guys, you need is levels, okay? You just can't be trading just because the market is going up and down. We need the market to come to a specific level, all right? And then we need to trade based on that level. Okay, I use supply and demand, and I use support and resistance. Okay, now the seventh thing you need to do if you want to build a unstoppable scalping strategy or trading strategy is you need good entries. Okay, you need a reason to enter the market. Me personally, I don't like to just get in the market just because it hit a specific level. I like to see a reaction. Okay, to me, a reaction is much better versus just getting in the market just because it's at a level. Now, again, you can trade the way you want. I just think, especially if you're new, looking for a reaction is much better. So there are so many ways to enter the market, guys. I mean, so many ways. I have maybe like 5 or 6 ways I enter the market, okay? But we're gonna stick with something simple, okay? If the market is going up, we're looking for either a bullish bar, right? Or maybe a double bottom, right? If the market's going down, we're looking for a nice bearish bar or maybe a double top. And I'm gonna show you guys some examples. So a double top, to me, sometimes I call it a double rejection, right? But same thing, we're looking for those things because when it comes to entries, guys, you have aggressive entries and you have, non-aggressive entries, okay? Usually non-aggressive entries will give you a little bit more confirmation, like, a double test that's giving you a little bit more confirmation that the market can't really go below this level and it's holding that level and most likely is looking to go back up. So to me, I love those entries where it's giving me a lot of confirmation. Now, the eighth thing we need in order to build our strategy from scratch is exits, right? You need to know when to exit because you could just get in the market, right? But if you don't know where to exit, guess what? It can go up a little bit and then come right back down and stop you out. So we need an exit plan, okay? So our exit plan is going to be either at a new high or a fixed 2-to-1, okay? Usually I like a fixed 2-to-1, but sometimes I just go for the new high or new low if the market is slow for that day. All right, so that is our exit plan, right? Now, the ninth thing we need in order to build a unstoppable scalping system or an unstoppable scalping strategy is we need a risk management strategy in place. So we need to have a daily loss limit. Okay, this is very important because if we don't have a daily loss limit, what's going to happen is, let's say that, I don't know, you had 3 losers, right? And those 3 losers equal to $300. Well, let's say you only want to lose $300 for the day, but for some reason you decide to say, you know what, forget this, I'm going to continue to trade. Guys, no, that is not good, okay? You have to have a daily loss limit, okay? So let's say your daily loss limit is $300, okay? Stick to that. And if you hit that $300 max limit, you're done for the day. The reason why you want to set that max limit is because if you keep on trading and you keep on losing, you might just blow up your whole account in one day. We don't need that, guys. We are trying to build a unstoppable trading strategy. We don't need to blow up our account, with one trade or, in one day, okay? We need to survive. So we have to set a daily loss limit, okay? So your daily loss limit could be 3 losers, right? Which equals to $300, okay? And you're done for the day. Now, the last thing we need to do to build a unstoppable trading strategy is journal, okay? I talked about this my last video, check that out. That video will definitely help you understand how to journal like a pro and understand, how to just do the right things when it comes to a journal. So we're gonna have our journal because the journal is gonna show us our mistakes. It's gonna show us why we're losing, why we're winning, and that is gonna help us improve. Again, we're building a unstoppable trading strategy. So this journal is very necessary, guys. We have to understand why we're losing, why we're winning, things that we need to improve on, because without this, we can't grow and we can't really build a unstoppable trading strategy. So those are the key things you need in order to build a unstoppable trading strategy. So let me show you guys a quick example of a trade that I took this week, and it's basically putting all this together that I talked about just right now. So let's go. Now, this is NASDAQ right here. This is the 5-minute chart, right? And usually I look at, the 5-minute chart, the 5-minute levels. You could definitely look at your levels on a higher time frame. It doesn't matter, but for my direction, I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. I'm not really looking too much at the higher time frame for my direction. I know some people do that, but I don't like to do that because sometimes I'm only trading NASDAQ, and the higher time frame can actually confuse me when it comes to the direction. So the 5-minute is usually my direction, period. Now, this is a trade that I talked about in my Discord chat room. I actually have a chat room for my students that comes with my program. Now, sometimes I'm in the chat room, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not there, all the time because I'm very busy. So don't expect to see me, there every single day. But my students are there, and they posting their charts, their thought process. Now, this day, which was last week, I actually decided to pop in the chat room and just basically explain what I'm looking at when it comes to the NASDAQ. So right here, you see I post, the market looks weak, NASDAQ. Looking for shorts only unless the market has a strong up move, okay? Now, this is when the market was right here, okay? We didn't see nothing else. This is all we see right here. So the market was looking weak at this time. I'm looking for a continuation to the downside, okay? Remember, we have to look for the direction, right? That's the most important thing. So the direction right now is the downside, the market. I'm looking for that continuation. Now, I said, I'm only looking for shorts unless the market makes a strong move up. And then most likely I will look for, long. So guess what? Boom. We had that strong move up to the upside, okay? So here's what I post in the room. I said, there's the bullish move on NASDAQ. I'm looking for longs, but it depends on how it acts. Okay, so what I mean by that is it depends on how it acts around that demand level, because I was looking at the time, I was looking at this demand level right here. Okay, so I'm looking for this demand level right here. Now, I'm looking for the market to pull back. Remember, we have our key levels. Remember, the key levels is actually part of your unstoppable trading strategy. So my key level was a demand. Now, not only demand, this is a very good day because guess what? We had demand right here, and also we have to the left a left shoulder. Okay, and we talked about that earlier. I said you have to recognize reversal patterns. Okay, this reversal pattern is called an inverse head and shoulders. So we have the head right here, we have that left shoulder right here, and then we have that right shoulder, and it's lining up right at that demand level. So we have that left shoulder right here lining up right next to that demand level. So we have two levels coming together, guys. When you have two levels combining together, man, to me, that's a very high quality trade. So the next thing in the chat room is I told them that I was long. I said, I'm long right now. It's a possibility I might get stopped out, but I like that trade. So I went long right here, right? You can see the trade right here. I went long, right? Let me explain why I said it's a possibility I might get stopped out. Okay, guys, I'm here to tell you, there's no such thing as a holy grail or, you're gonna win 100% of the time. Every time you take a trade, you have to know that it's a possibility you might get stopped out. But realize what I said after that. I said, but I like that trade. Meaning, okay, if I see this trade a million times, guess what? I'm going to take it a million times. It doesn't matter if I get stopped out. I'm going to take it because this is a high quality setup. Okay, keep that in mind. All right. So I took that trade. I let them know I'm in a trade. We had a nice reaction, nice bullish bar right here. Right when we hit that demand level, plus we hit that left shoulder. So to me, that was a nice reason to get in the trade. Okay, and I'm looking for a quick scalp because overall the market was slow that day. So I'm just looking for a quick scalp to the high, and boom, I was done for the day. You can see in the room, where basically I got my target right here. Right, I said you gotta love price action, but I want to actually go back a little bit. Right, I said before I even hit my target, right, I said, if I get stopped out, I will look for another long if price holds this demand. Now, this is a very key thing, okay? So if you get stopped out, a lot of times the trade is not over. A lot of people complain about, oh man, I got stopped out. Guys, listen, sometimes you're gonna get stopped out. It is what it is. But I said, if I get stopped out and it continues to hold that demand level, I'm gonna get back in, all right? So keep that in mind. Now, that was the trade. That is basically everything I explained today in this video, breaking it down, piece by piece. This is how you create an unstoppable trading strategy or scalping strategy so you can actually profit from the market, okay, guys? Now, the key is you have to continue to do this over and over and over. Don't break your rules. Make sure you are prepared before you take the trade and so on, guys. So this is all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out my trading program that basically shows you how to trade like this and how I trade, right? I do have a special going on, so check that out below in the description. If you have any questions, comment below because I try to answer all you guys' questions. Thanks a lot for your time, and please have a great day.